Esteemed greetings, Avila. You can send me a request and join me. Everybody is requested to send me a request and I will let them join this live video. How many people are there? Bayan. Okay. So you are also there. Ram, you are also there. Perhaps you are from Turkey. Welcome. Hello. Greetings to you as well. Okay, Avila, you just join me. Rabab, you just send me a request. I will let you all join. Just send me a request and I will let you join. Just put a request there in the live video that I want to join and I will just let you in. You just have to be there in the live video. Just join it. I have sent the request myself. Oh, so many clothes are there.
Yeah. I'm
Avila,
working
greetings.
with the clothes, yes. Hello.
Okay, that's awesome. People should work.
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you.
work.
Actually, it's been quite a long time.
See,
And
how are
for the
you?
past, I'm absolutely all right. And for the past 4 or 5 days, you were quite preoccupied with your university chores. So that's why you couldn't join. As you have
Same.
joined today, I welcome you.
Same.
And I welcome you with all my heart, all my emotions. Welcome to a new era, the new making. And you are the change maker.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
Rabab is there. Rabab, you can also join. Just accept the request and join the meeting. Avila has already joined. And you're cordially welcome. You just join the video. It would be good for all of us to know more and answer more and more questions. People are looking
Perfect.
forward. Yeah. Continue. Please go ahead. So people will be looking forward to asking a lot of questions, and they were perfectly in a mood to know about a lot of things. I have met them, I have heard them saying that they have a lot of questions and they want to ask a lot of questions, not just from India itself, but from the rest of the countries. And Rawab is such a brilliant student in medicines, and she has wonderful questions, and she will perfectly lead the team with all of us. And Avila is already there, and she is taking charge of the rest of the things. I'm perfectly in a mood, and I can consider this thing with utmost seriousness. That we shall perhaps, not just perhaps, we shall definitely prove to be trail-blazing ingredients in this 21st century. We shall be the vanguards, the flag bearers to bring the greatest change 21st century would have ever witnessed or will ever witness in the history in the future course of time as well. So these things, whatever we are doing today, it will be recorded.
Same.
It will be recorded with great zeal, enthusiasm, and perseverance and conviction. Whatever we do today, it will leave a mark behind. And people there in the coming generations shall follow. Definitely, undoubtedly. So how many people are there? Only 2 people are there. Ram was also there. Rabab, you joined?
See.
I just invited you. You just join the meeting and ask questions. We were just waiting for you. Only two people are there. Rabab is there. Avila is there. Perhaps Garibi has not come till now. Okay, I'm here listening. I cannot go live right now because I'm with my family and friends. It's all right, Rabab. You can still ask questions, and Avila will also ask questions, and we can just answer like this as well. And whenever you have time, whenever the family is out, you can just join immediately. Yeah, I know that you are with us, and I'm very glad that you are with us, and it gives me extreme pleasure that all my friends are just accompanying me on each and every step in all walks of life. That is in itself a matter of great pride, not just for me, for everybody. You're adding melody to the tunes, to the music, and it's a perfect musical instrument that is playing as a reverberation in this very cosmic framework of time and space. This continuity will go on forever. And this continuity has been going on since eternity. And what I have to bring to this society is unprecedented. The knowledge of this cosmic mystery, the very insight of this very cosmic puzzle, we shall be solving. The very questions of life and death, why we come here, what is the purpose, where we go after we die, why we take birth, why we live, what is the purpose of life? Is there anything to be scared of death? If there is, what is? What is that? If there is fear, why is fear over there? Why is it present? We shall solve all the riddles, all the
Sim.
questions. And this will be the era that will be able to answer all the questions that the rest of the generations will ever witness or ask. And they will be having the perfect answers. Now there is enough mystery. Now the questions have been there since time immemorial, and the answers should come immediately right now. This is the time. Without sticking to the rigorous framework of orthodoxy and stereotypical mindsets, we shall be answering with utmost clarity, without dogmas, without taboos, and without skepticism. And I can wholeheartedly say that if this thing materializes and happens right now, right here, people in the forthcoming generations, they will be enjoying a good life, a
Sim.
compatible and harmonious life, in attunement with the cosmos, in attunement with the society, with the neighborhood, with the soul, with the body, with the mind, with everything, with all the five elements of this nature that we all are built from. This is love. This is a message of religion. This is a message of love. That is what I am propagating. And you all are collaborating. I'm extremely exuberant and extremely honored to be able to join all of you. Only two people are there, it doesn't matter. What matters is that if I have touched even two people the best way possible, these two hearts, when touched, they will be moved. And they will move and touch other hearts, billions of hearts. One person has the capability to make a change in this world. And that one person is necessary, and that one person is enough. Then the whole crowd, then the whole world will follow. And it got to follow, it ought to follow, it will follow.
Sim.
So Ram is there from Turkey. Is Ram over there or left? Okay, Rabab is
Sim.
there. Ram has left perhaps. So okay, what's your question?
Yes.
If it's possible, you can share to audience and us about the best way to share about spiritual living with the technology we have now. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, this is a very good question. How to bring spirituality in conformity with the technologies that we use? That is what you want to ask. See, technology itself is a big boon. 30, 40 years ago, if somebody had to give some lecture, some discourse, they will have to arrange for a stage, for a mic, for the people, the banners would have been created, people will be invited, so many things had to be arranged, and it will take a lot of resource. so much of resource allocation, so much of management, although unnecessary, if technology can solve all these things. But see and imagine what it had done at that time and how difficult it was at that time. Right now, the boon of technology, I am right here sitting in my bedroom. I can sleep over there when I'm done. I can sleep still if you're not interested.
Sí.
No arrangement is to be done. Nothing has to be brought. Just a Wi-Fi network, a optical fiber connection is necessary. And you are ready to go to connect to the whole world, provided the rest of the world is interested in listening to you. That is indeed mandatory. Because I have around 95, 97 followers. And right now, perhaps the time zones vary. So that's why they are sleeping, perhaps. That is also a possibility. But see, if all 97 people can come, how big a revolution it can become. And there are people on Instagram who have millions of followers. I don't have because I cannot afford that many followers. That is another thing. I barely had 20 followers last year. And whenever somebody used to follow, I used to follow them. And another moment, that person used to unfollow me because he wanted to showcase the very fact that I am following this person, but I am not following this person. Okay, that means I follow them, they don't follow me. That means I am inferior to them and they are superior to me. That is ego. It's all right. It happens. Still yesterday somebody followed me. I followed back, and after a few moments that person unfollowed me. Then I saw I was very much puzzled. I was very much angry as well. I also immediately unfollowed because these things keep going on, and I knew that this person has nothing to do with spiritual. Why to waste your time? So the very big boon of spirituality and technology taken together in amalgamation is the very fact that they both complement each other. As if technology is best suited and befitting just for spirituality, for spreading the message. You can sit here, we can sit here live 24/7 and can propagate teachings, messages, sermons to the whole world, just like Bhagavad Gita, just like Quran, just like Bible. And if people come, and if people desire to come, they can listen. And this world can change. This is the power of internet. This is the power of technology. I must tell you. It is very powerful. And if all the people sit together like this, completely peaceful, completely loving, and completely honest, dedicated, devoted, what change we can bring, you cannot even expect right now. What is happening there in Ukraine by Russia? Russia is attacking. Still, cities are being attacked. Why? This is the very lacuna we have created, that has been created in the society. People are not connected to their hearts. If you penetrate a needle in my hand, in my palm, it will give pain. This is the most simple fact everybody can understand. If a needle can give pain to me, if I shoot bullets to others, it will give pain to them as well. Not just to them, the society, the family members, everybody will be pained. This simple understanding can solve all the problems. But there are armies, millions of people indulged in war. I say that there should be a time, there should be a society, there should be a world where all the soldiers should become peace givers, messengers of peace and love. They should sit together, have coffee together, discuss about life, discuss about spirituality, discuss about love. They should write poetry, and they are good enough for poetry because they can still fly in the helicopters and propagate the messages of poetry. They can drop not weapons but love letters. They can drop love letters instead of weapons. And that is the absolute necessity. They are dropping weapons right now, nuclear weapons. And Vladimir Putin was talking about nuclear weapons. Then again, Joe Biden started talking about nuclear weapons. Everybody talking about nuclear weapons. Let's stop talking about nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons are nuclear weapons. Weapons, weapons, weapons. How long shall we be living with weapons? Weapons are not necessary. What is necessary is the emotion, the understandability of life. Indeed, to some extent, as long as the world is not that developed spiritually, we shall be needing weapons and army and armaments, many things. I don't say that dissolve all the borders right away. That is not possible. I must tell you, this is not possible straight away. It will take a lot of time. Perhaps 10, 20 years if everybody is devoted, and if everybody is not devoted, 100, 200 years or 1000 years as well. Or it will never happen. That is also possible. If all the people are not motivated in the right way, if all the people are not given the message of peace and spirituality connected to their hearts, nothing will materialize, nothing will happen. Everything will remain the way it is. The status quo will not be broken. Perhaps everybody understands a status quo in a perfect context, that a status quo is the best thing possible. No, not at all. A
Sì,
status quo is the biggest misery, is the biggest disaster. It is a conundrum, it is a predicament of life. Because the way we are moving, it is consumerism and capitalism taken together. And we are suffering. What we are throwing in the oceans, it will come back. It will boomerang. You think that we are polluting the oceans and once we die, everything will be over. No, you will come back to face the music. If people went in 1980s, they are coming back to witness the global warming. If people go away right now, they will again come to witness the great filter and the rising sea levels. They will witness. Perhaps they will not be aware that they were the ones who had thrown the plastic bags in the oceans in previous lives, but they will come. Science explains this fact. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It only changes forms from one form to another. It only transforms itself. There is a supply of electricity in my house. I can use it either for glowing the bulb or for running the fan or for charging my mobile phone. Energy remains the same, different usage. Soul remains the same, different bodies.
sì,
You can use your hands to write poetry, to write articles. You can also use your hands by making a fist and punching others. It will hurt others. But these are the different usage. Usage is usage. You can use it the way you desire. You can use your mouth to speak good words. You can use your mouth to abuse somebody. Mouth is mouth. Words are words. Energy is energy. Usage is different. And I must tell you, this is a variety that is there in the world. And if one understands this variety, this diversity to its absolute depth, no war will ever happen. And you have rightly talked about technology. Technology can solve all the problems if used properly, wisely, responsibly, with accountability and ethics. It can solve all problems. The
sì,
Prime Minister is sitting there in the office in the air conditioned bedroom, or sleeping or doing some meeting. Some poverty-stricken person there in the Africa, he's starving. He can connect right away and send the resources. What is the problem? I do not understand. $90 trillion of GDP, around $90 trillion of gross domestic product to the whole world. But still, the sub-Saharan nations, they are starving and they are dying. What is the problem? You have billions and trillions of dollars of wealth. Share it with the world. What will you do with the wealth? You will eat the resources. You will eat the money. You will eat your bank account. No, we are not here to eat money. We are here to eat food grains. And perhaps people only keep eating money but forget eating food. I have seen people. They skip their breakfast, they skip their lunch, they skip their dinner. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, they say that after they are done, they will have their dinner the best way possible. But they do not know that after some time, they will have diabetes. They will have obesity. They will have cancer. And then they will say that, okay, I have so much of money, I can treat myself. I can treat my cancer. They treat the cancer, again, another day they die. What is the point in living a life when you are only carcinogenic? Everything is carcinogenic. I have talked to numerous people. I have 97 followers on Instagram. It does not mean I have not talked to people. I have talked to thousands of people, not just in India, from other parts of the world as well. They worship God, they believe in God, they believe in technology. But when you talk about God, they will escape. They will flee away. Why? I do not
sì,
know. I do not know. I do not understand why they do so, but they do so. They are scared of God. They are scared of love. When you talk to a woman that you love her, the first response should be, okay, all right, thank you very much. But she will rather ask, what is the proof that you love me? There is no proof available for love. There are
sì,
a few matters of this heart that need no validation, no proof, no certification, no authenticity. It only stays like this. It is enough. If I give you the proof of my love, it means that my love is selfish. Love for a reason. Love for a reason means love for many reasons. Love for many reasons means not love, but many reasons only. And when only many reasons, love gets subsided. Love gets eliminated. Love is forgotten.
Sí.
Marriage, a social institution. My father always asks me, when are you planning to get married? I am 26 years old right now, and I'm not planning to get married anytime soon. Unless I'm in love with somebody truly, magnificently, unconditionally, I will not marry. And if I do not experience that thing in a true way, I will never marry. Marry only out of love. Don't marry out of compulsion or out of the social norms or ethics. That is absurd. He always tells me, get married, you're 26. What will the society say that you're not getting married? I told him that I will rather live in a relationship. Then he said, okay, live in a relationship. No, that is not acceptable to the society. In Indian society, people don't live in relationship. They need the proof
Sí.
that these couples who are living have got married. Why does the society need proof of my own relationship? I am sleeping with whom? I am loving whom? What the hell the society has to do with all these things? At least I'm not going to the society, to the rest of the respective members, and check out in their bedrooms what actually is happening. Everybody is interested just in my bedroom. They should be interested in my kitchen. That actually makes some sense. What is prepared, what is cooked, so that we can eat together and drink coffee together. That is not at all a problem. But to have something with the bedroom, it is absurdity. Have relationship with the kitchen. Ask people, call them and ask them what is prepared today. Perhaps it is a very simple question, not a very controversial one. It will solve obstacles. It will solve differences and conflicts. If there is an enemy of yours, call him and ask him what was there in the dinner. I am not here to ask about our enmity or about the conflict or the disputes that had gone on. I'm here to ask only a simple thing. Actually, I had been smelling something very good. Some very good fragrance was coming in the morning. Perhaps pizza was cooked. Again, next time if you cook it, just invite me. I will come over. These things you must ask. But what we ask, what is the proof of this relationship? What is the proof that this son is the very son, the biological son of this father? Questions can be anything. People are asking questions. Their father, am I really your son? What does it matter? That does it even make sense? Whether you are the son of your father or not, you are here, he is there. Perfect, enough. Whose son whom? It doesn't matter. Do you even remember who was your father 100 years ago when you had taken birth on this planet? Or who will be your father after you die and again come to new birth, come to new life? You do not know. Everybody is a family member. Everybody has been a family member perhaps in the past. And whoever we are interacting with right now will be a family member in the future. We all are a family. But we ignore this thing. We say that, no, I am a Hindu. These Muslims are not my brothers. Absurd. Absurd. The same God has created everybody out of the same power, out of the same potency, out of the same competency and skill and beauty. How can you differentiate and discriminate between the civilization, between the people? That is absolutely, absolutely problematic and unacceptable. It is condemnable. So my message is regarding the amalgamation of technology and spirituality to bring hearts closer to each other. I have heard that 40 years ago when internet was not there, people used to write love letters and send them to their beloved. It was very difficult at that time. And when they met somebody for the first time, it was an absolute meeting. It was something very exciting and trailblazing and unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions pouring out and hearts pouring out. It was completely a nerve-wracking incident. It was completely mind-boggling. Right now, you have your WhatsApp, Instagram. Actually, there are uncountable number of messaging platforms. But what are you doing? You cannot message. You will have to wait. Other person will come online or not. I shall have to take permission. I shall have to do this. I shall have to do that. And although you message, another person just reads it and leaves it like that. Does not give any response. This is the world we have created.
Yes.
And you are also scared that if I send this message, perhaps he just takes the screenshot and traps me. This kind of world we have created. We are taking only screenshots. We are not looking at the screen of this world, but we are taking a screenshot. We are not shooting a good movie in our lives, but we are taking screenshots. We are visiting all the URLs, universal resource locators. Universal resource locators, but we are not locating our universe, our own universe. And we are not checking out our own resources that is there in the heart, that is there in this soul. That is right here. This is the resource. This is the universe. This is the location. Come to this location first. Then you can wander around. There's no problem. My message is to bring everything closer to each other. This whole world has become a global village. You are from Mexico. Rabab is from Morocco. Garibi is from Tunisia. I am from India. And there are many people. Let me just check out how many people are there. Vanda is perhaps from USA. Elias Omar, I do not know where she is from. Luna Rose was there from Mexico. Perhaps she has not arrived yet.
Yes.
Perhaps she has gone to pluck some roses. Okay, so it's a good thing.
Elias is from Russia.
She's from Russia. Okay,
Yes.
I was talking about Russia at that time. Pardon me.
Elias.
Pardon me. Do not tell Putin that I had talked about him. Actually, Putin is a very good man. But due to some political struggles and political conundrum, people have to take decisions. And the decisions that they take, the consequences is right before our eyes. That is not good. I do not support violence in any way. If a 2-month-old child is killed in a military attack, if the child is bombed, it does not make sense. It does not just infer the meaning that we are still humans. We are not. I have seen that lions are playing with the children. If a children is thrown in the jungle accidentally, the lions start playing with the child. Even they have the emotion. They know that this is a child. You look at a dog, he knows that this is a child. He will not just climb on the child. He will try to preserve the child. And I must say that animals are more humans than humans. Because I have looked into the eyes of cows and dogs and sparrows and parrots. And I have seen that devotion and meditation. You see a cat, she is meditating. You see the very peacefulness of a cat. She's sitting still. She is not even doing meditation. She is meditation herself. So much of serenity and dignity in her eyes. If she climbs with full vigor and charisma. If she sits still, she is very honorable. If she does a meow, it's music. If she tries to attack, it is valor, bravery. You can learn a lot from a cat. And if she's cuddling, she's just sleeping, you just see she's in trance. She's in samadhi.
Say.
We can learn a lot from the animals. Forget learning from the human beings. You can learn from even an animal. And they will help you learn more than what humans teach you there in the university. I was there in the university, professors were there. And they had told me just one thing. I know that you know more than me. But please keep your mouth shut as long as I'm teaching. Then I used to keep my mouth shut. But perhaps most of the times I was not able to do that because they were teaching something that made no sense. They were telling something that made no sense. Then I had to wake up and I had to rise and I had to throw questions and I had to give explanations and arguments, everything. And it became a sensation, a burning sensation. Everybody was frustrated. Actually, when you start a revolution, everybody is frustrated. Except you. Family is frustrated, society is frustrated. Those who are not frustrated also frustrated. Those who cannot be frustrated also frustrated. Those who are not alive, others say that they will also be frustrated. This person had died in 1950s. This was his idea. You are challenging his idea. So he is there in the heaven right now and he will get frustrated. Those who cannot be frustrated, they also seem to be frustrated due to the sayings of these people. And they also say that in the future, the people who will come later, they will feel frustrated because you have done something like this right now. Everything from the past, from the future, everything, but not about the present, this present moment. And we are struggling and we are strangulating ourselves. Every moment, as I'm speaking, The in these moments, in these minutes, perhaps 30 minutes would have passed. I don't remember. I don't count. More than 100 people would have done suicide in this world. More than 100 or even thousands. I don't remember. I cannot give you the perfect figure. Somebody would have cut his wrist. Somebody would have shot on his forehead. Somebody would have climbed the bridge and then fell down. Somebody would have come under the train, and somebody would be trying to come off the aeroplane, and somebody is a suicide bomber somewhere. This is the world we have created. This world makes no sense. This life is so simple. This is the simplest of all things. You just live, you just eat, study, do research, know a lot of things. Avila is a professor. She knows the worth of knowledge and servants and books and everything. She is always working. She is always teaching her students. She values it and she understands the very worth of teaching and learning. Learning is fun. Learning is absolute meditation. Learn. I have so many books right here. This is the book of Jiddu Krishnamurti. And there are millions and millions of books on this planet. You read books, you watch movies. What is the point in fighting with somebody? What is the point in doubting somebody? Can you trust yourself? Can you trust yourself? Forget trusting somebody else. Can you trust yourself? Even you cannot. You say something, you take a resolution on the New Year's Eve that I will do this from tomorrow or from today. Do you do this? Did you even walk 2 kilometers yesterday? And you are telling others that you got to be trustworthy, you got to be loyal, you got to be in conformity with fidelity. That is condemnable. That is childish. You are kidding. The governments are talking to each other in a very formal and in a very, sophisticated manner. There are protocols and codes of conduct and, SOPs. There are many things. But they are only talking something that is meaningless. There are no permanent friends. There are no permanent enemies. Only permanent interest. This is absurd international relations philosophy we have created. This is completely madness. No permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interest. Okay. Then your father is dying. You take out the kidney. Before dying, your interest will be served. Your sister just got her finger burnt. Cut it, feed the dog. He will feel good. Permanent interest, does this thing mean permanent interest? Permanent interest, burn all your books, carry the ashes, go to the laboratory, give it to the scientists and tell them, where did this come from? I want the carbon dating. Permanent interest means many things. You can even cut all your organs and donate to the laboratory while you are alive and tell them to do research. How I feel after cutting all my organs, after amputating all my organs. That is permanent interest. That is what nations are doing with each other. Sometimes their interests are fulfilled. They become friends. Sometimes the interests are not fulfilled. They go against each other. Right now, Ukraine is saying that it will come out of the NATO agreement that it was desiring to sign. It will not sign NATO. So Volodymyr Zelensky has just said he is ready for a compromise and negotiations are happening. Russia is good. Had he said that, no, I will join NATO, what will you do? Russia will say, okay, I will drop a weapon, nuclear one. What will you do? This is on a large scale. But this is like the fight between neighbors. One neighbor throws garbage, another neighbor throws another garbage. This is their extent, this is their affordability, this is their power. They can do only this. They do not have nuclear weapons. If they have a small revolver, they will shoot. It happens in America. Shootings happen. Having a revolver is easier than having a burger. You go anywhere in America, you can have a revolver. I have seen that in news. I read many things, many newspapers, even New York Times. I read. I often read. I read 7 newspapers every day from prominent countries. USA must. I must. Because that is a global superpower, I must say. Undoubtedly. But the fight between the neighbors is absolutely comparable to the fight between nations. The neighbors do not have such sophisticated weapons. They only have a few things. They use it. They have words, abusive slangs, they use it. They have the garbage, they throw it. They have something, they do it. But the countries, they have nuclear weapons, they threaten. and they dropped. Nagasaki happened. Nagasaki happened. Chernobyl, although was an accident, but it happened. Chernobyl disaster. They are in Ukraine itself. Ukraine itself. No? Chernobyl was in Ukraine. Am I right? It was in Ukraine. And people have seen what misery, what trouble, what catastrophe this thing creates. But still, they are already fine with it. Okay, nuclear war. Do you even understand what it means? We are nearing the great filter. That's what I'm saying. We are on the verge of entering or touching the great filter. This is a concept of physics. Perhaps the countries do not know. Perhaps the politicians do not know. It is in science. You study science, it's there. Great filter is a point. It is a tipping point where civilizations come to such a great scientific sophistication, where they try to kill each other by their own weapons, nuclear ones. And the whole of the civilization comes to a halt. It becomes annihilated. That is great filter. Perhaps we are nearing that great filter. We have such weapons. If we use it, the whole civilization will end. Russia has the weapon. Russia has the weapon. Dead man's hand it has since the Second World War. If it drops it, what will happen? That is unimaginably disastrous, calamitous. And what will it give you? Nothing. It won't fetch you anything. You drop a few burgers that will although give some obesity, but it will feed somebody's stomach. But you drop nuclear weapons, it will kill you. Robert Oppenheimer had once said, I have become Kala, I have become time. I am killing people. Krishna had said that I am time, I am Kala, I kill people. When the time arrives, people are killed who are miscreants. And he said the same thing, I have become Kala. He meant to say that I have become time, I have become death. I am giving death to these people. Perhaps from the inside he was not happy. He was not happy. The inventor of dynamite, Alfred Nobel, the inventor of dynamite, he started Nobel Prize. Why? Because he was regretful about his invention. He said that I have created dynamite, it can kill people. I must do something so that a legacy can be carried forward and people come closer to each other. And their excellency and their worth and their knowledge could be showcased in the world instead of fighting with each other by using dynamite. Alfred Nobel created Nobel Prize. His will was there. It was shared with the Nobel Prize winners. Alfred Nobel has made history. And he has not made only history. He has given us one important lesson. That if we do something wrong, we must overcome the mistake. We must atone. We must do some penance. He did. He's an absolutely wonderful man. Robert J. Oppenheimer, although dropping nuclear weapons, he said, I have become Kala. He told people not to repeat the same mistake once again. Please do not. Please come closer to Ukraine. Please love them. They are small children. You hold a 2-month baby in your hands. Can you even hold it in a very terrible manner? You have to be very, very careful. It looks into your eyes. It smiles. It has life. You just kind of touch the very cheek of the child. It smiles. The child smiles. That is the realization of God. You want to see God. You see children. God is alive. But when you pollute the children by your aristocracy, by your dogmas, when the child becomes 15, 16 years old, till then he's almost polluted by the society. And you look into the eyes, there is only weed and charas. There is only lysergic acid. Perhaps the child is smoking, perhaps the child is drinking. Many things are happening after 15, 16 years. They're taking the joints, they're taking drugs, everything. But when the child is 2 months old, look into the eyes, it is God. We ourselves pollute the society and we ourselves question why so much pollution. We are polluting. The child does something wrong, a 6-year-old, you just slap the child. Why did you do this? We are teaching the unconscious brain of the child to slap others as well in the future when they do not conform to your ideas. If something happens in a wrong way, not according to you, you will also slap as I have slapped you. That is the subconscious training we are giving. We do not realize what we are giving. The child falls down on the floor and we start slapping the floor. Oh, my child fell down. You did it. Okay, I will slap you. These things we parents do. But we forget that the child is learning from these things. Now again, if somebody accidentally comes across the child when he's around 18, 19 years old, and the child, the very man or the woman or the boy or the girl falls down, and he will find the person who was coming across culpable or blameable. As the floor was beaten and slapped, he will slap the person who was responsible for the falling down, for the downfall. The subconscious mind is learning many things. If it is not learning, then how can language happen? The children are learning language. If he is born in America, he learns English. Born in India, learns Hindi. Born in Arabic country, learns Arabic. How? The subconscious mind is learning continuously. A child is born in America. You send the child to India. He live with Indians. He live with Indian parents. He will learn Hindi. Not at all a big deal. Had I been born in Tunisia, perhaps Garibi is speaking in French or Arabic. I would be speaking in French or Arabic. You raise me in a Muslim family, I become a Muslim. You raise me in a Sikh family, I become a Sikh. You raise me in a Christian family, I become a Christian. It is about idea. It is about upbringing. The soul is intact. The soul is untouched, unhindered. It is perfect. It is just about conditioning. You give the right conditioning, the soul will realize itself. You give the wrong conditioning, the soul will become a suicide bomber in the form of a body. That's all. And life is so easy. You wake up early in the morning, you visit the garden, you see the flowers blossoming and blooming all around with such beauty and fragrance, throwing fragrance all around. The poetry is of the sun, the poetry is of the air, the wind, the moon, stars, everything. Everything is poetry. You just absorb yourself in the viewpoint, in the very scenery. You walk on the ground barefooted with the naked feet. You just experience the grass, the green grass. You just touch the grass, you just touch the roses. How delicate the whole nature is. Everywhere there is miracle. People call me God here in Bihar. Some people call me God, that I am God. I say that everything is God. There is nothing but God. There cannot be anything except God. Even according to science, if the whole universe is built from the Big Bang, then we have come from the stars. Then all the atoms and molecules that are there in our body, it is from the stars. We are the stars. We are conscious stars in our own way. Everything is God. And the Big Bang, it happened. Okay, it happened. Perhaps I recognize this theory. It's almost a believable theory. Okay, all right, accepted. Who did it? Scientists do not have this explanation. Even Mr. Stephen Hawking was asked the very same question. Okay, Big Bang happened, we understand. But who did it? Then he said, okay, Big Bang happened. Who did it? Nobody did it. No God exists. Actually, negative energy balances negative energy and zero becomes zero. Before that, nothing was there. After Big Bang happened, something was there, okay. But after everything is again destroyed, nothing will be there. So zero is equal to zero. Nobody did it. Absolutely nonsensical. I regard Stephen Hawking very much because I have considered him a role model of mine. Still, The Theory of Everything, the movie I watched, it was a great movie. Although suffering from motor neuron disease, he did great things. Only problem I have, he was an atheist and he did not move beyond atheism. It is all right. But I still regard him and respect him. I still have the book. I still have the movie. And whenever I have time, I still watch the movie. The biggest romance ever happened in the history. The wife was supporting. And The Theory of Everything, he was willing to deliver. He was a great man. Only one problem, I may witness no belief in God. All right. All right. It is understandable. Nothing to do with that. But is there no God? How can you say so? Are you even capable of living yourself? All the plants are cut. The oxygen will not come. The sun stops glowing. The heat will not come. You will die. The stars disappear. The gravity will be influenced. The moon disappears. The whole of the planet Earth will be destroyed. Even the moon is controlling a little bit of the planet. Everything is dependent on each other. Everything is in a relationship with each other. I am disgusted by hearing the fact that people believe in the very fact that they say that I am single. How can you be single? Facebook asks you that whether you are single or separated or divorced or engaged or in a relationship. I say always in a relationship. Then it will ask you with whom. I say with everybody. No, then you are believing in something else. Polygamy. Of course, polygamy. I'm married to the sun. I'm married to the planets. I'm married to the solar system. I'm married to this desk, to this chair, to this sofa, to this book. Everything. I have married myself to everything. I am in marriage. I have many wives. If there are 7.5 billion women on this planet, I have 7.5 billion wives. What is the problem? Wife means wife and husband means husband. A husband takes care of the wife takes care of the husband. What is the problem in having 7.5 billion wives? It's all right. Everybody loves everybody. But you say, no, I will love only this person and this person will love only me. And once I start loving this person and that person starts loving this person, that means me, then I will have no right to love another person sitting in my background. And this person will have no authority to love another person sitting in her background. So the background will be removed and we shall stay. How can you stay without the background? If the window is kind of eliminated, if it is completely gone, how will I breathe? The air will come only through the window. Background is necessary. Even while editing photographs, background is necessary. And it asks you whether to remove the background or not. If you remove the background, you will look like a moron. I have done that. I was sitting somewhere, I edited the photograph and I removed the background. Nothing was there. I was looking like a demon. I included the background, the scenery of nature. I was looking good. When you are running with the ego that I can love only this person can love only me, this is a problem. This is ego. Everybody can love everybody. What is the problem in loving? Problem is in hatred. Why don't you talk about hatred? That you cannot hate this person, you cannot hate that person. You only say that you keep hating the person, he is all right, but you start loving your wife. That is a big problem. You can hate the whole world and love your own wife. That is not possible. You can either hate or love. If you can love your wife, you should be able to love the world. But if you hate the world, you cannot love your wife. If you are hating the world, perhaps you are hating your own wife as well. You just do not realize this thing. The wife is so stupid to not know this. She is not educated enough. She does not know that hatred, even in some way, for anybody, for no purpose, it only entails the fact that the person is in the mode of hatred only. He cannot love anybody. A person who is weeping in himself, who is crying and looking for love, he is looking for solace and peace and comfort. He cannot love, he wants love. He wants love. You want love. You want to be loved. It is all right. The desire to be loved, it is all right. It is there. It is in me, it is in you. But you say, no, it is not that I want to be loved. It is just that I will love you. Without even expecting anything. No, you just say that I expect love, you expect love. It is all right. We come together. I was also in misery. You are also in misery. Let's love each other. Let's try to love each other. But you say, no, I am like the star. I am like the moon. I will give you so much of coolness when you start loving. I will plug the stars from the sky and will just shower them on your head when the love happens. These things are imagination. Just say that I am an imperfect man. You are an imperfect lady. Demarcated by a few skills, a few things related to knowledge. Perhaps you are rich, I am poor, or I am rich, you are poor. Only these differences exist. But as far as being a human is concerned, you are also imperfect, we are also imperfect. Imperfection is pervasive. So let us just acknowledge this fact and try to bring love. There is only sex right now. There is only desired lust right now. Try to bring love. That will be a good thing. But when we meet somebody, they always show the positive side. No, I'm this, I'm that. You are this, you are that. You are the most wonderful lady I've ever heard of, I've ever seen. After 4 or 5 days, all the wonderment goes away. When you start living with the person, you try to escape. That is the reality. We just accept our imperfections. We just say that, okay, I am all right in this way. I am not perfect. I have some problems, I have some issues. Somebody talks a lot. Somebody does not talk. Somebody does not want to see. Somebody does not want to hear. Somebody doesn't want to run. Somebody doesn't want to walk. This is a problem. Okay, all right. I do not want to do exercise. All right. I will become an obese person. You do something. You help me out so that this obesity is weeded out. But we always want to be self-dependent only. No, I want to be self-dependent. I can earn my own money. I can build my own house. Okay, you create your own oxygen. Why don't you create your own oxygen? You create your own sun. China was creating artificial sun. You create your own sun. You create your own planet. You create your own birds, animals, seeds, everything. This is the height of ego. You will create everything on your own, but you cannot be dependent on the team. Teamwork is necessary. All the evolution in human history, it has happened only due to teamwork. Collective teamwork, collective strength. Fire happened. Fire was invented by the early men. A few people gathered around and invented fire by just rubbing the rocks. The friction happened, fire happened. And it was passed on from one generation to another. Had they been self-reliant only, and had they told each other, okay, we are so self-dependent, we are not sharing fire with other people, okay, fire is our copyright. Now the whole planet will be just filled with early men only. Right now, I am doing this live session, and after the live session is ended, is finished, I say, okay, live session done, private information, I will not share it. I will keep it private. I will delete it so that other people do not get benefited. But this is the height of ego. In our India as well, these things happen. If somebody is reading a book, some girl is reading a book, buys a new book, she will not tell others that she is reading a book. If she tells others, then others will also buy the book and read that book, and others will also get that information and become more excellent. And parents say, okay, you are reading a book now, do not tell anybody that you are reading a book. Otherwise, they will surpass you. They will outpace you, outsmart you. They will have more knowledge than you, and they will follow you, and they will become more knowledgeable, and you will be pissed off. What are we doing? Knowledge is something which you spread more and more, it gets spread more and more. You retain more and more of it. Perhaps there would be some doubts, you solve it. Avila teaches the students, and if she thinks that students do not ask questions to each other or to her, what will be the world she will be creating? I am perfectly fine with the fact. I am very much sure that she is giving that environment to the students where students learn, actually learn. They ask questions. They share books. They share knowledge. They share everything. Sharing is good. I have talked about it time and again that do not be so much self-dependent. In America, people are living away from their parents. This thing is common. Once the boy or the girl turns up 17, 18, she leaves the house. It's all right. It's her independence. She can or he can. But living away from parents and becoming self-dependent, I think you become death dependent. You're only death dependent. You will die in your house. Nobody will ever know. There are people in India as well. They are living in apartments. They die by suicide or some heart attack. And for 4 or 5 days, the body is not found. People do not know that the person is dying. But when the smell comes out, the neighbors know that something is decomposing. Something is in decomposition. Perhaps somebody has died. This is the world we have created. So much self-dependent. Why? You have some problem, go to the neighbor. Tell them that I am having this problem. Please help me sort it out. You are sitting in the bus. So many people are there in the bus. Perhaps they are not your family members. You want to talk. What is the problem? Not everybody is a terrorist. It is highly unlikely that the person will be a terrorist. No, not at all. They are also normal people like you. Only 2 out of a million people, he or she may be a thief or something like that. The possibility is very meager. You're there in the metro. You talk to people. You're not lonely. You're only making yourself lonely. It is your problem. Loneliness is your problem. Otherwise, there are people around. Always around. You go anywhere, the whole world is filled with people. And you're feeling hesitant, just tell them that I was just thinking I was a little bit lonely. If you have some time, talk to me. Perhaps the other person will deny. Okay, go to another person. Other person denies, go to another person. Keep trying. One day, one person will come. Why do you think that the God will arrange himself some person for you? No, God doesn't have that much of time. He is busy doing something else. He is busy creating a website on heaven to invite all of you. God is busy doing something else. You should be busy doing your own things. Every time a person dies in India, before the name we write Swargavasi, or a person who has gone to heaven. What proof do we have that the person has gone to heaven? I have seen people who had not done even a single thing which did make sense, but they are called by the people that they have gone to heaven. That is absolutely absurd. They have not done anything remarkable in their lives, but we call them that they have gone to heaven. I do not know whether heaven or hell exists. I will not claim anything in any way on this very knowledge. But if it exists right here, right now. It is not somewhere else, not out there in the cosmos, not out there on some other planet or in some other universe. It is right here, right now. You are peaceful, you are happy, you are ecstatic, you are loving. You are enjoying your heaven. You go anywhere, you radiate the heaven. You go to the washroom becomes heaven. You go to the kitchen becomes heaven. You go to the veranda becomes heaven. You go to the dining hall becomes heaven. You go to the shopping mall, the whole shopping mall becomes heaven. But a person who is miserable, who is abusing, who is drunk, intoxicated, drugged, addict, persecutes others, exploits others, he is in a 5-star hotel. The whole room is air conditioned with so much of luxury, but it is a hell. I have seen people like that. I've seen people living in multi-story buildings equipped with all the modern amenities, all the modern sophisticated things. But they are lying on the bed and they are drunk. And I'm asking them questions and they're saying, I am not understanding. And they're not in a state of mind to understand anything because they have completely lost their selves. That is hell. So most of the times you talk to people, but they do not listen to you. It is not that they do not want to listen to you. They cannot listen because the state of consciousness has reached so low. It has witnessed such a downfall that it will not even experience sound. It happens. There are people whom you're talking to, you're talking, but they're not listening. It is not that they do not want to listen, but they cannot listen. The consciousness has been deprived of the understanding. The consciousness has stooped to such a degraded level, has become so debased. It cannot understand. You talk about reincarnation, you talk about God, and they will be like this. What are you talking about? We are just modern civilization. We are just scientists. We are in NASA. We are in this. We are in that. We are in Roscosmos, European Space Agency, this, that. As if European Space Agency has known the address of God. As if NASA has known how this universe formed. There are still theories. You ask Brian Greene, one of the best physicists, one of the greatest physicists on this planet, Brian Greene. He's a great physicist. And he has done a remarkable job in the field of astronomy. You ask him, was Big Bang the only reason behind the formation of this universe? He will tell you. And I have the book of Brian Greene, The Fabric of the Cosmos. I have the book. You read the book, you will know it. He will tell you that there are only theories which we claim. Perhaps they might be true, but we are not sure about it. Big Bang created this universe, perhaps we are not sure. It is not guaranteed. It is one of the theories out of many theories. Among many theories, it's just one of the theories. There are other theories as well, like parallel universes theory, multiverses theory, simulation theory, that the whole universe is like a computer game. What will you do? There are many theories. There are many theories. Big Bang is just one of the theories, and it's one of the explanations. Perhaps it is a little bit more trustworthy, so that's why people believe. But there is no 100% guarantee that this was the reason. Charles Babbage gave the evolution theory. Theory of evolution, origin of a species, the book he had written. It is one of the theories. We do not know. Had we known, we wouldn't have been doing research regarding how water came to this planet, whether through comet or through some spaceship. We are still unsure about it. You go to Egypt, you see the pyramids. Is this a human built structure, an anthropogenic structure, or built by some other spacefaring civilization? We do not know. Or created by God himself? We do not know. But that is true. It is mystery. People are still doing research. And there are still so many chambers in the very pyramids where the government will not allow you to go to do research. because it is highly secret. They're also scared of the fact. They're also very apprehensive. They're also skeptical. They also do not know what will happen. There are temples in India which you cannot open the door of, and people say that there are serpents inside or something like that. I do not. I have not gone to the temple either, but there may be something. There may be people living beneath the earth in the nether world. Perhaps we do not know about the crust mantle core fully. We do not know about the ocean itself, let alone knowing about what is beneath the surface of this earth. We have yet not delved deep into the oceans. We do not have the ocean information fully. We have more information about the moon than having the information regarding the ocean. What is inside the ocean, we have not gone fully. 100% information is not there. Every day a new species is found. I was preparing for civil services to become an IAS officer, Indian Administrative Services officer in India, for becoming the district magistrate. And I used to read about the researches going on and the species found every day on a daily basis. Every week, a new species of butterfly was found, a new species was found, a frog, regarding frog or fish, anything. Avila would be knowing. She's from the education background. Isn't it, Avila? Every week, some new species is found. Every day, a new species is found. Isn't it true? Every week, a new species is found. Yeah, every day, a new species is found. Perhaps that is not recorded. There are many species that some journal in some country, it is published. We do not know, but it is published. It is getting published. It is being published right now. How many species of frogs are there? We do not know. Of butterflies, we do not know. Tomorrow we find a new species of a butterfly. We shall call it a new butterfly. Okay, this is a scientific name. You only create scientific names. And every day it is a struggle for the scientists to create the scientific names for the different species that are found. It is very difficult. It is a very overburdening task. And every day there is a new planet they find. So that is why they use numbers like GLIS 1, 2, S7, something like that. Complete madness. Call it infinity. Call it infinity. You see the infinity, but you still believe it is good. It is absolutely necessary to study the planets. But it is not that you have reached the final limit. You will never reach. Scientists are of the viewpoint that the universe is expanding at such a great rate, at such a drastic rate, that we shall never ever be able to reach the very border of this universe, the very last point of this universe. There is a part of this universe which is called the observable universe. Beyond it, we cannot even look. Beyond it, we cannot look because the cosmic microwave background, CMB, cosmic microwave background, it has reached only this part only. But from the rest of the universe, the light has not come yet. You see the stars, there are many stars that have died, that have become supernovae. Either a black dwarf or a white dwarf, anything. Isn't it? The stars have become supernovae. But the light is reaching us right now. So that is why we are seeing those stars alive. For many planets, for many solar systems, for many galaxies, the recorded videos that are of Hitler and Gandhi, they will reach there after 100 years or 1000 years. And if they have a TV, a television or something, an antenna to record that signal, to understand it, interpret it, and then telecast it. And they will be thinking that, okay, on Earth, Gandhi is still alive. Hitler is still alive. World War is happening. Oh, that's very sad. But they do not know that World War is over a long time ago. It is just that the light is getting emitted from this planet and it is reaching that planet right now. There is a long gap between that happening and the very transmission and the very reception. That is why they are witnessing. That is how life is there. It is completely a temporary pursuit in the form of a body, but an eternal pursuit in the form of a spirit. Avila talks about spirits and spiritual energy. She is very right. Whether she can prove it or somebody can prove it or not, that doesn't matter. But it exists because science believes in that. There are multi-dimensional universes. Science believes that there are dimensions right before us. The place where I'm sitting right now, on the sofa, around this very corner, multiple universes may exist in different dimensions, and there are more than 9 or 10 dimensions, and there may be people coming from different dimensions to this dimension, and we can experience it not in a physical way but in a subtle manner. Science says that. I am not saying that. You call the scientists and they will say that, yeah, higher dimensional beings are a possibility. So that means those who are spiritual people, if they receive some messages from a higher source, it means they may be receiving messages from a higher dimensional thing. It is all right, completely scientific. What is the problem in calling this a taboo or this kind of an imposter person or a drama or a melodrama? What is the need of that? You do not know something. If you do not know something, keep your mouth shut, but do not blame the person. What a dog can see or hear, I cannot see or hear. There are some forms of sound only a god can, only a dog can hear. I cannot hear. There are a few things that a bat can do only. I cannot do that. Echolocation. A bat can do echolocation very well. It emits the very sound and it strikes the surface and comes back, and it recognizes the distance between the body and the the surface, so it does not collide with the surface and stays away from the surface. So never dies. Echolocation. We cannot do echolocation, but a blind person, he develops that faculty. He can do to some extent. A deaf person or a dumb person, he or she can do something because he is accustomed to living like that. What we can perceive is a very meager portion of the universe. It's just a tip of the iceberg. Even the animals, what they perceive, we do not know fully. That's why we always do research on animals. What parrots can think and hear and feel, we do not know. That's why we continuously do research. There is a channel called BBC Earth, British Broadcasting Corporation, and I'm very much fond of watching that channel. These days I'm not getting enough time. Otherwise, I used to watch that channel every weekend. So many shows are there of continents, of planets, so many good shows of nature. And it broadcasts these things live. We can understand animals in a more better way. It only symbolizes the fact that we have yet not reached the very final limit of knowledge. We are still alive and we have still not lost interest in the idea of life because of only one reason. Still, we do not know everything. We do not know everything yet. That is the reason why we have not lost interest in the idea of life. You have not lost interest because you have not known everything yet. That is why we are alive. We are trying to know everything, little by little, every day. Every day is a new struggle, a new challenge, a new exploration. We wake up another day with a hope that perhaps we will meet somebody. We will hear something new. This is the hope of life. This is the hope of life. See the optimism of life, how beautiful life is. A boy is hoping every day that he will find some new girl every day. What is the problem? He will meet new girls, the girls will meet new boys. What is the problem? What is wrong in meeting? There is something wrong in slaughtering. There is something wrong in shooting people and dropping bombs. There is nothing wrong in meeting people. People can meet only people. People cannot meet rocks, because if they meet rocks, they will collide their head and blood will come out. You can meet only humans. What is the problem? Live together. Keep inviting people to your house. Go to their houses. Start a new assembly. Start a new congregation, a new society, a new culture of inviting people to your house. Even in India, perhaps this thing was prevailing only in the Western culture earlier, but right now, even in India, people do not call each other to their houses. In the Western nations, people are so busy. In America, people are so busy. Even in Mexico and other developed nations, European nations, people are so busy that they do not have time to go to others' houses. Neither do they have that much of time or strength to invite others to their houses. If they invite, it is scheduled, it is completely professional. They have to give the invitation in a very formal way, and then the people will decide so many things will happen, either on WhatsApp or an email. That meeting is not meeting. Meeting was there, I know, in India it used to happen hundreds of years ago, when you can go anywhere, anytime. Even in villages, in some villages of India, people can go anywhere, anytime. And they can come knocking on your door. And you do not even anticipate that this person will ever come. Oh, you have come. Have some tea, have some chaach, have some lassi or curd, anything. Have dinner with us. Earlier, when I was very young, I was born in 1995. So when I was a very small kid in 2002 2003, I used to play with the children in my neighborhood. They used to come to my house. I used to go to their houses. Uh, but after 2010, when internet came, people stopped visiting each other's houses that much. They do not
Sí.
visit each other that much. Even the children do not visit the house. They are playing games or chatting with each other. It's more convenient for them to chat on WhatsApp rather than going to somebody's place, individually. But this thing has been obliterated, deleted after the advent of internet. I'm not blaming internet. Internet has its great strength, great boon. But if it takes over your life, that means if you want to kiss somebody and you're kissing there through the smiley, to some extent it is all right if you're away. But if the wife is sitting right next to you and you're still sending the smiley to kiss, then that doesn't make sense. And I've seen people do this.
Yes.
In my university, a professor was there, and another professor was there. They were couple. One was a husband, another one was a wife, and that was the marriage anniversary of theirs on that day. And they were there in the staff room, and they were greeting. And I was witnessing these things because I was getting my copies checked. Some homework was given, and I was getting my copies evaluated and checked. And they were just, greeting each other on their anniversary on Facebook, because I was also keeping my Facebook turned on, so notifications were on, and I saw that this person is greeting this person on Facebook right now, but this person is with this person right now in person. So I do not get this idea. So this person with this person in person, but greeting not in person, and sharing the information without being in person on Facebook. This thing did not make sense. And I
Yes.
absolutely asked this question to the professor. Sir, why are you doing this? Your wife is right next to you. And he was for a few moments very much flabbergasted, very much confused what answer should be given. And he said that you will not understand. This is professional. We are living in a professional world. I will teach you how to live more professionally. I said that, okay, sir, you live with your own profession. You are already diabetic and going through some cardiovascular disease as well, I have heard of. You are having your arteries blocked, and you take the pills of blood pressure. I will just get my copies checked, and after that I will head to the garden and will meet the students, and they will be waiting for me. I am not diabetic. And if you also come, the diabetes of yours will also go away. Science says this thing. If you remain happy, if the cortisol is not released to that extent, even cancer can go away. The body can heal itself. The body is itself spiritual. The spiritual energy can heal you, but you're not ready to accept that healing. Then I went to the garden. After some time, he also came, and he became a friend of mine. And since that day, he's still a friend of mine. And all those professors who used to admonish me and scold me because they thought that I was trying to oversmart, outpace them, surpass them, they are now my friends. And when they meet me, they say that how to meet you, as a professor or as a friend. I said, in the eyes of the people, you meet as a professor, but inside you are knowing that I'm your friend. So be honest. Then he said, okay,
Sí.
okay, you are saying the right thing. People are
Sí.
people. People are loving, absolutely loving. You just understand the hurt. There is nothing wrong in it. A professor has the same hurt that a doctor has, that a student has, that a lawyer has, or everybody has the same hurt. This hurt can be moved, can be experienced, can be touched through emotion, through love. Hug each other. What is the problem? And I don't see any vulgarity in hugging each other. If hugging is vulgar and kissing is vulgar, then shooting people and dropping bombs are more vulgar. Loving is not vulgar. Vulgarity is in the eyes of the beholder. If you consider this book vulgar, then this book will become vulgar. You will say that no, this book is banned in this country because in this book, freedom, the spelling of freedom is not that right. E is missing. So it becomes a blunder. So it is banned, it is vulgar. Nothing is vulgar. Women are always condemned for vulgarity. Are men not vulgar? A woman, if a little part of the body is shown, it will be considered vulgar. Why? Is the human body vulgar? All the dogs, all the cats, all the sparrows, they are naked. Are they vulgar? If this body is vulgar, then the creator of this body is also absolutely vulgar. Nothing is vulgar. It is your mind that has been polluted by the conditioning of the society that this thing is vulgar, that thing is vulgar. In many countries, and even in India, in some parts, women are compelled to wear a hijab, a veil, a headscarf. If they do not wear it, they will not be allowed in some places or in some functions. Because they think that if men see women having their faces exposed, then they will feel sexually aroused. Then whose problem is this? A woman's or a man's? Or even a problem? Not at all a problem. It happens, it is biology. But you are trying to cover the biology through your headscarf. You're trying to suppress everything what God has given you, and you will absolutely suffer. You will absolutely suffer. You will suffer throughout your life. Out of the burden of all the crimes this humanity has done, everybody will suffer whole life. This is a burden of crime. You are doing a crime. And you are saying that God will be pleased. No, God will be pleased only when you sit together, when you talk together, when you hug each other, when you greet each other well. A Muslim should go to a mosque, a Hindu should go to a temple. Okay, a Muslim should also sometimes go to the temple, and the Hindu should also sometimes go to the mosque. A Hindu should visit the church sometimes on Sundays, and a Christian should come over there to the temple sometimes during Tuesdays. What is the problem? Every place is the place of worship. Every temple in some way worshipping the Lord. The whole land belongs to the God. All the atoms, molecules, they are reverberating in the synchronicity, in the music of the divine. What is the problem? In Upanishads, it is written, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Truth is one, wise call it by various names. So Islam calls it Allah, you call it God. In Christianity, I call it Bhagwan in Hindi, or Ishwar in Hindi. Guru Nanak in Sikhism. Many religions, many ways to infer God, to symbolize God. But God is one. And Nahannete Hanne Mane Sharire. In Bhagavad Gita, it is written, Nahannete Hanne Mane Sharire. This body can perish and can die, but the soul is eternal, Arjuna. Nyanam Chindanti Shastrani, Nyanam Dahati Pavaka, Na Chanam Kle Dayantya, Puna Shoshati Maruta. Oh Arjuna, this soul cannot die, it is indestructible. It cannot be cut off through a sword. It cannot be dissected through a sword. It cannot be burnt in the fire. It cannot be submerged in the water. It cannot be blown away by the wind. It is absolutely indestructible. Only the body dies. The soul only transforms itself by changing one place to another, one body to another. The energy is transforming. It is only going from one place to another. It is evolution, Arjuna. It is not death. So that is why in the battlefield of Mahabharata, people died, but they did not die. Krishna said, nobody dies. Nobody died, Arjuna. Your kith and kins are still alive in some other way. That is true. Right now, the book is there with me. Was it not there 2000 years ago? Absolutely, it was there in some other way. Because this page has come from the wood, from the tree branches. And perhaps some years ago, 40, 50 years ago, the seedlings were there. They must have been planted inside the soil. So in some way, the book was there. And it will always be there. Even if you burn it, this book will be there in the form of ashes. And even if one molecule of ash is present somewhere, one molecule of this book is present somewhere. Nothing dies. Everything is eternal. Why do we think that something dies? Nothing dies. Reincarnation is eternal. Reincarnation is absolutely true. Everything is reincarnation. If the day can convert into night and the night can convert into day, isn't that reincarnation? The day reincarnated itself, the night reincarnated itself. And we are witnessing it right before our eyes live. That is reincarnation.
Sí.
Then why can't people come back? The first explanation that comes before everybody when somebody calls himself a reincarnation, oh, that is not possible. How can you say that it is not possible? Who are you to say this? Who gave you the authority? Who gave you the right? Are you even having the authority to say something as an impossible feat or a task? You brushed your teeth today morning, it was impossible. Yes, it was impossible because many people, when they sleep at night, when they wake up, sometimes many people do not wake up. Today night, millions of people will sleep, billions of people will sleep, but thousands will end up dead in the morning. There are more people who die on the bed rather than those who die in the aircraft when it crashes. Death is possibly more prevalent on the bed. So the bed is the most dangerous place to be. It is very unlikely that you will die on the street, but it is very likely when you come back home and sleep over there in bed and you will have cardiac arrest. This bed is the death bed. That is why most of the times I'm not going to the bed. I am sitting on my sofa. All right. When it is absolutely necessary, I go to the bed. It is 5:30 in the morning in India. I'm absolutely fresh. The bed is not inviting me. After I'm done with the live session, I will take a shower, do some meditation, and start working. This body is at rest already. Doesn't need any rest. It is already at rest. But not rest in peace. Only at rest. Actually, I'm resting peacefully, but it is the connotation in a different way. Somebody will say, okay, peacefully. No. Somebody dies, the whole comments are flooded with rip, 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 RIP. When I was very small, a kid, I did not know the meaning of RIP, RIP, RIP. I thought, what is this RIP? Because I was new to Facebook and something bad happened and it was written RIP, 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 rip. I thought I was doing some ripping with the compact disc in my computer. CD ripping kind of thing is there. But why will somebody rip the CD when somebody dies? Rip, rip, rip. I was not knowing the full form. The abbreviation was there. I was not knowing the full form. So I searched it on Google. Then it said that rest in peace. Then I raised a question. If rest in peace, all right. But why did they not write rest in peace? Only rip. RIP. It is short. They should have used the long word. Then I came to know that they do not have enough time. They just say rip and go on. If they do not have enough time to pay condolences, do they even pay the condolences? Is it not a herd mentality we are carrying forward?
Sí.
In British countries, in the Britain, when somebody dies, it is difficult for the family members to weep, to cry. They do not cry. They only sit like this or stand like this. They are trying to cry, but they cannot cry. Out of courtesy, out of civilization, out of civility, profession, sophistication, richness, this, that. What is this? Civilization or being civilized or civility has killed more people than ignorance. You see the Adivasi people, the tribal people in many countries, even in African countries. You go there, they are dancing at night. They are eating in the morning. They are going with their cows and other goats. They are grazing them. Come back home, absolutely relaxed. They sleep. They do not take sleeping pills. The Adivasis, the tribal people, do not take sleeping pills. But in the United States of America and Britain, after 7 o'clock, if you do not take some liquor, some whiskey, it is difficult to be all right. That is true. More than 60% of the American population is on prescription medication. And the cost of medicines, it is very high. One of the costliest countries in the whole world to get treatment. One of the most costliest countries. I don't know about Mexico, but perhaps it is also very costly. It lies near the United States of America, and it is a porous border between Mexico and USA. It is a porous border. Anybody can come in, can go out. Trump was creating a wall this wall I will create, and this will not let these people come, and this will not let these people go. Instagram is there. People are already roaming in countries. I do not need to take a visa of Mexico. I am in Mexico. The president of Mexico cannot prevent me from coming to Mexico online. Our prime minister cannot control me when I go to United Arab Emirates without taking a visa. It is absolutely all right. Visa is just an artificial making. It is just for the sake of law and order. As far as the herds are concerned, it is able and it is having the authority to roam around anytime. The herd is already wandering. It does not need to take a visa. If I love some girl, I do not need to take the permission of anybody. I am there in her room. If not allowed in a physical way, I am there in a spiritual way. I was not knowing Avila earlier and she was not knowing me. But when I met her, she understood and she greeted me with affection and warmth. And she told me that she knew that I was coming. How did this happen? How did this happen? This person is knowing me. This person is greeting me so well. Even my family members do not greet me that way. If I'm applying the shaving cream on my face, they do not even recognize me. Who are you? But this lady recognizes me when I came to her and she knew that I was coming. And she told me that I was getting a message that you will come and arrived. I was so flabbergasted. I was so taken aback that I was only wondering if these things happen in the world. I was also a little bit apprehensive and skeptical. I'm also a rational person. I have done my MBA. MBA people are very rational. But there we are. Things which seem to be impossible, beyond this world, outlandish, absolutely. Those things happen. And only those things happen. Everything is a miracle in this world. Everything. You blink your eyes, it is a miracle. Many people did not blink, they died. Now, morning has happened outside. It was night a few hours ago. This is a miracle. People ask me, if you are God, show me some miracle. I told them, I am talking to you, this is a miracle. Because you can hear me. There are many people who are deaf. They cannot hear. You can hear. It is a miracle that has been given to you. It is a miraculous happening. You can hear me. It is a big happening. There are many people who cannot even speak. There are many people who cannot see. This is a miracle. Why are we looking for other miracles that Christ did? Indeed, he did. He did. I can say with surety that he did, and he was resurrected. He came back. To tell you that if you try to kill consciousness, consciousness is never killed. It will come back. Christ came back giving this example. If you try to kill the consciousness, the absolute, the infinite, it will not die. It will come back. The coming back of the Christ is the absolute example before us to witness this thing, to understand this thing. Yeah, consciousness can never die. Christ can come, consciousness can come. Christ is consciousness. Why do we discriminate? Christ is consciousness, Muhammad is consciousness. Go through the life of Muhammad, go through the life of Christ. You will understand. Go through the life of Gautama Buddha. Go through the life, read them. Why do you read the commentary of other people? Read absolute Bible, read absolute Quran in its pure way, in its pure form. Read it, go through it, understand the depth. What is written over there? Why do you try to compare and contrast with something else? Why do you try to prove your religion superior to other religions? Every religion is just religion. Religion is religion. Religion. But to follow one religion and to be absolutely religious, both things differ. Religion is a political narrative. Keep it aside. Become a religious. Because one who is religious, he will not follow one religion because it is very impossible. It is very difficult to follow just one religion. You take ideas from every religion. That is the only way out. I was born in a Hindu family, in a Brahmin family. But I never considered myself a Brahmin, a Hindu. These people wear sacred thread, a janeu. I was also going through that function, that sacred thread ceremony, that janeu ceremony. And a Pandit came and he just gave me the janeu. I said, what is this? He said that, okay, when you go to the washroom, you take the janeu on your ears. I said, why? The God will be displeased. Okay, God wants me to take this thread on my ears when I go to the loo. What kind of God is this? He is only taking care of my loo, my lavatory. He's taking care of my bathroom. He's not taking care of me. What kind of God is this? I just got rid of that Janeu the very next hour. And I never worn it once again. It is not necessary. I was not defying religion. I was not defying my code of conduct or the doctrines of religion. I was just telling people that when the whole body becomes sacred and the whole of the atomic framework of this body is sacred itself, it is religion itself, it is God itself. There is no need to wear a thread that is nothing than a nonsense. Even my family members tell me that if I do not wear my janeu, my sacred thread, ghosts will come. I tell them it would be good if ghosts come, I will meet them. What kind of ghosts they are, what they like, what they dislike, whether they are on Facebook or Instagram as well. What they eat, what they drink, I will try to know them. Actually, ghosts are more wonderful than humans. Perhaps I think I will be greeting them with absolute pleasure. Come here, let's talk. Nobody is there in the room. You do something for me, I do something for you. You bring some pizza for me, I will recite a good story, a good poetry. We can do something together. Let's collaborate. I am welcoming even the ghosts, let alone humans. And perhaps many souls are there. They are listening. They come, they go, they take part. They are always showering respect and blessings. Spirits are spirits. You welcome them, they come. You show them love, they understand love. Everybody understands love. I think that even a devil understands love more than you do, more than we people do. A lion can become loving if it is domesticated. Many times. We see absolute examples there in the documentaries. If it is domesticated, it becomes loving. It becomes loving. Only a human being is there that is always doubting. Okay, if love is there, what kind of love is this? Platonic love? Okay, okay. Platonic love is this? Okay. No, sexual love. Okay. And there will be a motivational speaker who will come up on the stage and he will tell you 1,000 reasons to love and 1,000 reasons not to love. 1,000 ways to love and 1,000 times I have loved, and when it is the most important time to love. There are people on the stage, the motivational speakers, they come up on the stage and they tell you when it is the perfect time to love. And they will tell you, okay, you are settled now, you have done your MBA, you have done your BTech, MTech, this, that, whatever that is. And when you have turned 31, okay, listen to me very carefully, guys. 31, you are earning enough, you can love. As if love is something which is a certificate. But if you're 22, you cannot love. As if when you're 22, you're not alive. There will be a motivational speaker. They will tell you the right time to love. And there will be seminars. People will go. People go. In my country, people go. When it is the right time to love, and there will be a podium, there will be people, interlocutors, and they will be dressed in such sophisticated suits, and they will be using their own American and British accents, and they will be telling you, okay, you're earning $2 million right now, you're 26, you can earn $10 million, wait for that $10 million more, and you can love them. The right time, it is the most appropriate time to capitalize on the possibilities. It is the right time to buy some shares in the stock market and do something in the SPACs, special purpose acquisition companies. We are talking about it, so sophisticated. Next moment he goes through a cardiac arrest, the whole love is over. People go through cardiac arrest while speaking these things. Why are you telling people when to love and not to love? Why are you even talking about love? Love is not something which can be talked about. Love is something which can be in. You can only be in love, then only you can understand. I tell you 1,000 stories and 1,000 poems on love, you will not know it unless you are in it. It happens, you cannot do it. You love a person so much, the presence of the person is itself enough for you to survive. The next moment the person is gone and you say that, okay, love is a mental framework, I can love somebody else. It is not possible that. It only happens. There are some things in this universe that only happen. They cannot be done. A flower blooms, it can only happen. It cannot be done. Otherwise, scientists would have been making flowers blossom in the laboratories. They have perhaps to some extent succeeded, but I don't think it will be a great success anytime in the future. It is always a happening. It is always natural. It never happens by force. It happens on its own. There are many things that are not imposition, sheer imposition. They are sheer absoluteness, sheer natural things. Right now, Avila is smiling and looking into my eyes, and she is getting the information that I am delivering. She is not doing it by force. She is only listening, and it is happening. It is happening. It is accidental. These things happen rarely. Everything is rare and unique. The sun you are seeing right now, it will not remain the same sun the next moment. The Shashi, whom you are seeing right now, I will not remain the same Shashi the next moment. Cellular degeneration and regeneration keeps happening. Scientists say these things, that millions of cells are regenerated and degenerated all the time. It keeps happening all the time. Cellular degeneration, regeneration. That means the whole cellular framework of the body changes all the time. That means the kind of body I have right now, the next moment the body will change. Although it is not very much decipherable, not understandable, but it is there. So I have come a long way discussing about technology and spirituality. Absolutely, technology can complement spirituality, and spirituality can definitely complement technology. Both go hand in hand. And it is a boon that technology prevails, and it is absolutely a boon that the concept of spirituality still prevails in this 21st century, when it is nothing more than a capitalistic society anymore. People are selling their NFTs, everything they are selling. Everything. If you are given the honor and the authority to sell even your nose, you will sell your nose. These things are happening. Non-fungible tokens. They are selling some smiley, some picture of a monkey that was digitally created on some mobile phone, and they are auctioning it, and they will say it is an antique piece of a monkey smiley that was created 2010, and this monkey smiley is now sold for $3.4 million. Who will buy? And a rich person from Dubai, he will raise the hand and he will say, okay, take $5 million and give this monkey to me. I will take it home and watch it all the time on my mobile screen. It is a good smile. And I will showcase it in the museum in Dubai. And I will charge people $10 million. These kinds of things happen. It is true. Some people will not believe, but it is true. Things are auctioning. Avila would be knowing about NFT, non-fungible tokens. You can auction anything. Even the Twitter founder, Jack Dorsey, he had done a tweet for the first time when he had founded Twitter. And that tweet was sold for some millions of dollars. That means I was on Facebook for the first time in 2010, perhaps, I do not remember. Then I will auction my first post and get money out of it. Okay, it is all right if I am poor. But if the whole world starts doing it and keeps doing it only, then spirituality will be missed out. Then I can also say that I smiled for the first time in 2022 on 1st of January. Then I will buy my own smile or sell my own smile. People are selling and buying each other. And I will not joke, but it is absolutely true. In some country, I do not know the name of the country, a woman was selling her farts. You can Google it, it is true. And she is earning money out of it, and people buy. You can Google it immediately. I'm not lying, it is true. She's selling her farts and people buy. And she's a model or fitness trainer, perhaps. I do not know much about her, but perhaps like that. She's very beautiful and she sells her farts. And it comes safeguarded in a bottle, and people buy it. It is true. It is not untrue. It is true. You can Google it. So we have come to such a stage where we have absolutely no idea how to contact God. We can contact everybody on Facebook and Instagram, but we do not have the address of God. That is really problematic. He who resides in your heart, in your eyes, you are unaware of, and you are aware of the whole world. You are aware of the stock market, Wall Street, Dalal Street, many streets. Dalal Street is the stock market of India in Mumbai, the financial capital of India. Wall Street, the financial capital of America, in Washington. No? In Washington it is, or New York. In New York, perhaps.
Sí.
So, a stock exchange is not that important. Your spiritual exchange is very important. If the spiritual exchange is not happening, then you will have no such worth in your life only by relying on the stock exchange, because it will plummet and nose dive immediately after it crashes. Right now, the Ukraine-Russia war is happening, and the stock market is going through a big turmoil. It is facing the music. The investors are pulling away. They're not doing investments, and financial portfolio investments and foreign direct investment. This war is taking a toll on all that. Inflation is rising, unemployment is rising, standard of living decreasing day by day. Many things happening. Economic downturn, slowdown, logistic problems, supply chain disruptions, many things happening. Already due to the pandemic, but the war has worsened and exacerbated it. What can we say? If we keep talking about these problems, and if I keep saying, I will never be exhausted, that is guaranteed. But people who are listening to me, they will be exhausted. So I will rather now ask somebody to ask questions. I was not going through the questions that much if I'm absorbed in talking. I'm only absorbed in talking. I do not do anything else, because this is meditation. Whatever I do, it is meditation. I am myself meditation. Perhaps it will take 20-30 years to stop talking, and I will keep talking, and I will not witness that I am aging or something is happening. It is meditation. So it is just like this. I have been living like this since time immemorial, since the Big Bang, even before that. And I will be living like this even after the very annihilation of this cosmos. I am time myself.
Sí.
I repeat myself. So if Rabab is there, if she can talk and raise questions, she can join. And
Thank you.
I did not accept it. I did not know that somebody is trying to come. Rosa Luna was trying to come, but it's not getting accepted.
Yes.
Perhaps she has left or what. Okay, I invite her once again. Okay, Rosa Luna, I have invited you. You can accept the invite. And you can come there. It's a big room.
Hola. Hola. Hello.
Hola. Esteemed greetings. Hola. Once again. After such a long time.
His name is Franco.
Hola.
Hello,
Okay.
Franco.
Hola.
Franco.
Yes.
Hola, hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Que sí, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
He says good.
Okay. This is the only thing that I know in Spanish. Other than that, I do not know anything.
Okay.
I know only English.
Franco.
No. ¿De qué saben?
No, sí sabe.
The child is very naughty and very beautiful.
Yes.
I was giving the example of children, and the children came up.
Yes.
Okay. Sí.
He's like open brain. He's so sensitive. So, well, you know, kids now are ready to do everything.
Kids are smarter than us. I have seen kids who are around 3 months, 4 months old, and they are using iPad.
Mm-hmm.
When they turn 7, they will create presentations, good presentations, PPT.
¿Vamos a venir a decirle hola?
That
Dice
is
que
wonderful.
pueden hacer meditación con él, Rosy.
Ok. Perfecto.
Que puedes hacer
Sí lo haré.
meditación.
Muchas gracias.
I'm
¿Mande?
Rabab
making
can also join.
calculations
Rabab,
for-
if you want to join, you can join. It's been a very long time.
Yes.
And I am sending you a request. Rabab can join. Even if it is possible for a few minutes, you can join. I have sent you a request.
Okay. Maybe I could go out to prepare for my students and you continue with them.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. Avila does a lot for the students. And I welcome you and I bid farewell to you. Again, come back whenever next time I come alive. Come on,
Yes,
live.
thank you.
Come back.
I continue doing clouds
Definitely.
and next class.
Yeah, definitely. I will welcome you. You are invited.
We're talking
again.
a minute. Love you. Blessings.
Okay. Gracias.
So Rabab, if you want to come, you can come. I will continue the session for another 5-10 minutes. After that, we shall wrap. So Rabab, if you want to come, just come. Julieta, Viera. Viera, if you want to come, just come. You can also come. Anybody can come. Just either send me a request or I will send a request.
Muchas gracias. Es un gusto estar con ustedes.
And Julieta is also there. So Rabab, you are there. You can listen. Okay, it is getting connected perhaps. I just have to check it out. You can come anytime, Rabab. I've already sent you the invitation. If you can come, if you can see, you can join. And we can talk. Okay, Rosa Luna is not there anymore. Rabab, you are there. You can comment. Yeah, hi, hi. You can come. You can come. We can have a good conversation. Everybody has left, and Avila had to go to prepare for the students. And she will come back next time. So, Rabab, you can ask questions. You can come. I'm sending you the invitation once again. Just okay. Perhaps okay. You listen to the whole discussion. Okay. Do you have further questions? I too enjoyed having you there on the platform. If you want to say something, ask. Okay, it is all right. It is not at all a problem. We can come live next day. The whole lifetime is there. We can come live anytime. What say? Definitely people like you who are there. If they are there, then anything becomes absolutely amazing. If you keep supporting others, and if such a brilliant and an exceptionally good student like you in the field of medicines is present, then definitely the whole program, the whole mission is going to be an absolute success. Rosa Luna was willing to come live, so she's coming live once again. She has come. So Rosa Luna, you speak English?
No.
Not much.
Nada más español. Sí.
Okay, then it is a big problem because I speak only English and Hindi.
Okay.
And speaking Spanish is not possible because I don't know. Only homo colo estás. Nothing else.
Sí.
Nothing else.
Es
There are family members of mine who
Okay.
can speak Spanish. My nephew, he can speak Spanish, but I cannot.
Okay.
One day I will invite him. He will translate.
Sí, es que uso traductor.
I did not
Entonces,
understand, but it was something that meant good.
Okay.
I did not understand. It bounced over my head, but you said something that had some meaning.
Okay. Bueno, Ávila sabe explicar perfecto, entonces
Yeah.
ella me puede orientar mientras aprendo. Sí.
You are talking about Avila. Perhaps you are saying that she had come and she has gone right now to prepare for the students, to prepare some things for the university that she will join later. She has to go to the university tomorrow.
Sí.
And she will later join the live session. Perhaps you meant that. I do not know because language sometimes create a little bit of confusion. but it seems very much important to me that I will also try to learn French and Spanish.
Sí.
Because so many people in this world, they speak French and Spanish, and also Portuguese most of the times.
Sí,
These three
claro.
languages, they must be learned, and learning any language, it gives you peace, it gives you brilliance, and raises your intelligence. That's what I
Sí.
think.
Ah, está perfecto. Sí.
So Ravab, you are there. You want to ask some question? Still, you want to ask some question? You can ask, and I will just answer the question. This live has been going on for 1 hour 50 minutes, for 2 hours. I did not know. It seemed to me as if only 2 minutes have passed, but it's been 2 hours.
¿Audífonos? Okay.
Okay, I have a special way to meditate. Yes, a very special way. I must tell you, there is no special way. In fact, do meditate. There is no special way. Meditation is itself important. Is itself enough. No special way.
Okay.
Don't meditate. Meditation happens. It will happen. You sit still. You sit quietly. Sit quietly like a few minutes. For more minutes, it will happen. Just like love. You happen to be in love. Similarly, you happen to be in meditation. There is no special way. I will not teach you about Vipassana or this or that. If you can, you must. But meditation is in itself all right. Enough. No special way. Every way is a special way.
Perfecto.
Every way is a special way.
Sí.
You lie down and meditate, already a special. You sit and meditate, a special. You keep your head on the ground and feet on the sky, already perfect. If you can do it, all right. Every way is a special way. Sit quietly, it is all right. Enough.
Magnífico.
That is meditation.
Okay.
No special way. Every way is a special way.
Okay, perfecto.
Sometimes I feel distracted. Yeah, then go distracted. Feel distracted. It is all right to feel distracted. Who will feel distracted if not you? Distraction is common. It is natural. Feel distracted. Take a day. Schedule a day for distractions. Tell yourself that in these hours, in these 2-3 hours, I have to feel distracted all the time. Lock yourself in a room. Close the room and feel distracted. Wherever you want to distract yourself, go distract yourself. It is all right. Yeah, then go distract yourself. Sometimes distract yourself so much that there will be a point when the distraction will go away. The distraction will go away immediately itself.
Okay.
Itself, yeah. Because you want to eat pizza. Let me give you an example. And every day you are desiring to eat pizza. But your parents say, no, you will get weight, you will gain weight, overweight, you will become obese. Don't eat pizza. And you also telling yourself, no, I will not eat pizza because the calorie intake will be so high. So I must restrain myself. And every day you wake up, every night you sleep, every person you meet, you are not meeting the person, you are not eating anything, you are not sleeping, you are not waking up, you are only thinking about pizza. Eat the pizza, complete the story, end this story. Eat the pizza, after that meditate. It will be easier. Finish the story, eat pizza as much as you want to eat. Take a day separately for eating pizza only. Tell yourself that I will eat pizza only, it will not kill you. One day will not kill you. Okay. Eat pizza, and after that, when the pizza is enough, do some workout, expel the energy, expel the calories. All right. You won't die.
Okay.
Life is so easy. But if you meet a fitness trainer, he will tell you that these calories are burnt, these calories are formed, this thing, that thing. He will give you an application on your mobile phone to keep checking your calories. What is this? I'm wearing this smartwatch. Every time it asks me to do something, I never do. I never do. I do my own things. I use it just for taking care of my messages and checking time, nothing else. When I sleep, it says that you slept for 4 hours.
Okay.
I said, okay, all right, slept for 4 hours. I will try to reduce it from tomorrow if you are saying that it is so much. Then it says, no, you should sleep for 8 hours. I said, I'm feeling fresh in just 4 hours. It is all right. Everybody is telling you to do something their way. No. You should do your thing your way. That is important. You are the king. You are the queen. You are the decision maker. Nobody else should decide on your behalf. Nobody else should tell you what to do and what not to do. You should decide for yourself.
Mhm.
You are the creator of your own destiny. That is in itself very nice. It is enough. And Abab, any other question you have? I will be wrapping the session in about 5 to 10 minutes. It is already morning and it is 6 o'clock, and I will take my shower, brush my teeth, and then continue with the newspaper reading. The newspaper vendor would have come on the door and he would have delivered the newspapers. He's also frustrated because he says that, sir, you are taking newspapers, 7 newspapers every day. Sometimes I miss out on a few newspapers. I say, all right, next day you deliver the rest of the newspapers. And he asks me, do you even read? I say, I absolutely read.
Okay.
And he's very much disgusted by this fact. He says, okay, sir, I just give you.
Okay.
So, Rabav, any other question you have?
¿Es pregunta?
Yeah, Rosa Luna is also asking you if you have any other question. Perhaps she said the same thing what I said.
Sí.
I do not know her language, but I am trying to understand her heart. Rabab, if you have any other question, you can ask. Thank you very much for being a part of this discussion, and I'm looking forward to associating with you and inviting you and talking to you more and more every day whenever I come live. Even if it is possible for 15 to 20 minutes, I will come live every day.
Mhm.
And from today, I will be coming live every day. I had already decided a few days ago that I will try to come live every day to connect to the audience, to talk to the people on a daily basis, so that they do not think that I am some person who has disappeared. No, I have come back. I am back again, and I will not
Sí.
leave.
Okay, sí.
I am still 26, but do not think that I am only 26. I have the intelligence of an 80-year-old man.
Mhm.
I have experience of many lives, and they have been passed on from this life to another, and I am present right here.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, everybody is amazing. Avila was also amazing. Rosa is also amazing, and she is listening with so much of seriousness, so much of meditation, so much of love.
Sí.
That in itself
Sí.
gives me a lot of pride, lot of gratitude. I must pay to
Sí.
everybody.
Gracias.
Gracias,
Sí.
gracias.
Gracias, gracias. Sí.
Yeah, gracias. I also know Avila has taught me a few things about Spanish. So, gracias, I have known. She, she, I know. It means yes. Many things. Alo means hello.
Sí.
A-L-O-O.
Sí.
Alo means hello.
Sí. Nos hablamos continuamente. Bueno, estamos en contacto, pero es como una conexión, como que nosotros de otro tiempo, nosotros tenemos esa hermandad, o sea, nos queremos mucho. Fue cuando nos conocimos fue instantáneo, o sea, nuestro encuentro. Yo estaba en un grupo, estábamos en un grupo y ella entró a ese grupo y me llamó mucho la atención que ella ponía su manita nada más,
Yeah.
en silencio, pero es una memoria que está ahí. Entonces,
Yeah, memory is always limited.
sí.
You cannot remember a lot of things, but when the hearts communicate, they communicate effectively, and regardless of the language, if the heart is pure, gentle, and clear, any language you can hear, any language you can understand. Just like music, whether it is Arabic or Spanish or French, music is music. You enjoy it. It is the language of the heart. So every language is the language of the heart.
Sí. Sí, gracias.
So Ravab, now I will wrap the conversation. It's been more than 2 hours. Those are now okay. Only 3 people are there. Now it is completely 2 hours. I will again meet you, Rosa Luna. You must come, and Avila will come. Rabab is already there. Many people also come. Like I have my friend Garibi. Yeah. Garibi is from Tunisia. She will also come. Perhaps she has slept. So that's why she couldn't come or had come. I do not know. Perhaps had come. She will again come. And many people will come. You also invite other people from your country, from Mexico. If they want to join, they can join. And I will also be taking sessions online on Zoom. I will give personal sessions, customized sessions on Zoom, and they can come. Yeah. A very good night to all of you. It is morning, so good morning for me, good night for all of you. Let's wrap the session. We shall again meet. Thank you very much, Rabab. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you. And Rosa Luna, it was absolutely a pleasure talking to you as well. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Bidding farewell.
Thank
Namaste.
you very much. Namaste.
Salam alaikum.
Gracias.